landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. I am back. To recap, last week was not streaming because on Saturday, what was that, June 30th, I think? I flew out to Vegas with my parents. We frequently, like, for several of the past several years, we've gone to Vegas as a sort of summer vacation slash birthday excursion for me because my birthday is very close to the 4th of July. We were having such a good time, and then I got maybe the worst birthday present ever, which was COVID. My first time, would not recommend, did not enjoy. So if you hear a little difference to my voice, that is why. Because that was like 10 days ago, I'm like mostly doing better. My assessment was that this was not a particularly horrible strain. Still did not enjoy the long stint of like fever and other unpleasant symptoms. But like could have been a lot worse, obviously. It's quite the birthday cake flavor. No, I did manage to get some birthday cake before that happened. Like I started feeling symptoms like an hour after birthday cake, to the extent that at first I thought I might be having a mild allergic reaction because I tried a new cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory for some sort of like Ghirardelli cherry chocolate thing. I don't know, it's new. I only saw the name one time. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I have a photo of it somewhere, but like I didn't even post the last stream I did to YouTube, so I haven't had a lot of time. Black Forest cheesecake? No, isn't Black Forest like coconut or something? Isn't that right? 2.5 hours away. It's kind of nice windy. Tried to apply sunscreen to my friend's back, but it was spray and the wind happened to carry it away. That sounds like a sitcom premise. Hopefully you got enough suntan to avoid getting burned. Vegas was 120 degrees today. Yeah, they were like threatening to get to 120 degrees the entire time we were there. But we were supposed to stay through Thursday and leave on Friday of the week of 4th of July. I was basically bedridden for 2 days and subjected my parents to a series of marathons of reality TV, which is something that we would normally watch together under various circumstances. But like, I could not handle something complex, so we're watching like Parking Wars, which is a show where you follow like whatever the correct term for meter maids is as they give people parking tickets and then people yell at them. It's a strangely compelling show. But like stuff along those lines while basically not functioning. I burned but not seriously and bought aloe vera. That's the best you could do, really. But I'm glad it wasn't serious. I sunburned ridiculously easily. One fun fact, the first time I ever went to Las Vegas, I drove there with some friends from Los Angeles, and I got sunburn on my lips from just sitting in a car driving through the desert. Obviously, that's not like a thing that's impossible to happen, but I still feel like a normal person probably manages to avoid that by having regular human being skin. They show the predatory tow truck companies. They show some tow trucks. The ones I saw seemed fairly reasonable. Like there was a whole scenario where like some like complex with like an HOA has like special parking passes for people there, and they like call the tow truck company to get cars moved out of spaces if they don't have the parking passes displayed. And like this guy came to like tow a car, and like the car's owner like came out of their house, and like they didn't seem to speak English as a first language, so there was some language barrier. But like he's like talking about the parking pass, and she like brings it out. He's like, "Great, put the parking pass in the car, and I won't tow you." And then she just like refused. She's like, "If I put it in the car, people will steal it." And then he's like, if there's no parking pass in the car, I'm gonna tow it. And then they just kind of went on a loop. And I was very empathetic to that because I've had that sort of situation in a couple of my jobs, and it's like, oh my god, just listen to me, please. I'm trying to help you. That sounds right, Neko. Although I still maintain that my understanding of a Black Forest cake is like defined by being like chocolate with like coconut, and there's no coconut in this. That's all I've got to say about that. That's all the TV there is. Yeah, I don't have like a ton of interesting stories, which isn't to say I didn't have a good time. It's just that my brain is really much more focused on trying to get stuff done. I've just been like trying to like prepare stuff for a move as much as possible, and I really hate it. Like I'm like working super hard for 8 hours for work with like as few to none breaks, and then working on move stuff, and I'm just having a really bad time. It's all in service of trying to have a better life on the other end of the move, but like, man, it really sucks right now, and I'm not having a good time, and my mental health is down. It's down. But let's play some Cobalt Core, I guess. Nego, I think you're just wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. Black Forest cake can't literally not have coconut. It's one of my dad's favorite cakes, and it always has coconut. Yeah, I literally didn't even see Siribot snipe whoever that was. Just like, I just saw a message being like, bam, deleted. And I like wasn't even looking away that long. So we do appear to be mid-run. I genuinely wasn't sure if that was true. I believe the thing that we were doing was we were on like a second run with the alchemist character who we recently unlocked, and like the first time around we got like very, very few alchemist cards and like didn't really understand what the alchemist was doing. We need to, I think, win one more run, and then we unlock what might be the last ship. It requires 10 wins, and we hadn't done that yet because we haven't actually played this game that much despite numerous streams. I don't really remember what we were doing. So, how's about let's play Cobalt Core and figure it out. Oh, I remember this now. I remember that I couldn't pick one of these artifacts and was like, that's future Vasco's problem. This is a poor decision. So what's our deck do? Oh, yep, that's right. We got payback relatively early, and then we had a thing where we did like a battle against a ship that like also gets the retaliate payback ability, and like I shot them, and then we both just shot each other until one of us ran out of health because I didn't think it through. But luckily I wasn't the one who ran out of health. Okay, I don't remember this. We may have gotten this recently. Perfect specimen. Heal 2, gain a non-temp crystal shard. And when you use this, it gets removed forever. I don't remember doing this. That's fine. So we got like blocking stuff. We have a couple like big attacks. We got Slug because we have Drake on the team. Have Bloodstone Bolt A, which was sort of a contentious choice. It like hurts you, but then you heal yourself if you have shards. Pretty sure we have like an artifact that gives us default shards. We have like lots of shards. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have Meteor, which can like move us in either direction and then shoot a little rock to block an attack and give us shards. So we're kind of like a defensive thing that makes some like big heavy attacks on occasion. It's mostly what we're doing. I don't think I want high frequency intercom because I generally just hate the idea that you can't skip card rewards because I frequently don't want them. Genesis gives you 3 choices between 2 common artifacts, and then you gain, like, actual dumpster cards. Or glass cannon, gain an extra energy every turn. Your ship's cannons become weak at the start of combat. Right. When I was reading those first two, I was like, how is this a difficult decision? I feel like I have more clarity now, inexplicably, and I just don't want any of these. I really just think they're all bad. Although, I feel like I may never have had glass cannon, which contributes to, like, the codex, which I don't actually think matters anymore. Like, there was a point where that was relevant because you need to get some number of artifacts to unlock Jupiter or one of these ships. But, like, who the heck wants, like, your cannons are weak? I guess you gain extra energy, like, all the time. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. Got another crystal chunk for science. Are you sure you should be touching that? It's fine. I'm more interested in the effect it has on you. On me? Yeah. Look, your holographic matrix is flickering. So what? And if I hold it closer... What? Yeah, they lose it. Interesting. Yeah, that seems great. Everyone loves that. Demolition says, upon some light research, it appears coconut is common across most, but not all, Black Forest cake recipes. The vast majority have it, though. That's interesting. I mean, I wish I had it handy. Technically, I could find it, but it's not a good use of my time. In college, there were, like, a few, like, portable card game board games that I played with, like, Tech and our other friends on a pretty regular basis. One of them is this game called Chrononauts, which is about, like, you are a time traveler and you are, like, given an identity that hinges on, like, certain historical events having happened, and, like, it's your job to, like, make that the correct timeline and then, like, take some final action to lock it in. And then the game is all about, like, you using cards to, like, travel through time and change history and whatever. And, like, one of the big, like, memes about that game is, like, there's some, like, disaster that, like, the alternate history version of it is just, like, an uneventful year where, like, World Fair goers loved German chocolate cake. And I can't remember if that card mentions the recipe at all. But, like, literally my understanding of German chocolate cake is that, like, the things it definitely has are cake, chocolate, and coconut. It may have other things, but, like, this is my understanding of reality, and you will not persuade me otherwise. Mostly because I'm very tired. Okay, so, like, what are we dealing with here? So, we have an artifact I forgot about that just, like, puts some rocks out there, which is cool because we're not getting hit this turn. I suppose I should, like, polish a crystal, maybe draw a cool card. That's actually not bad. Why did I get energy back? I don't remember or care. I think I will just use a shard to do double damage, and then, like, damage. American Baker Samuel German. Wait a minute. This is not a thing I do. This is one of those gotcha things. It's not cake from Germany. Is because the dude was called German. Like, that sort of thing happens. It's really funny to me nonetheless. I should probably pay back. That will give me an abundance of shield I can't really make use of, but then I will shoot them. This seems like a fine turn. Yeah, that was okay. I sort of, like, net lost a shield in there, but it's fine. I have, like, plenty of shard, so I probably should just, like, shoot him. I think I want to, like... shield, dodge... I don't think I want to take 4... I don't think Payback's actually very good against this enemy, because they just sort of increase their killing power every turn. 0. Oh, I drew stun, but I also drew EMP slug, which I think is better because it damages them, and I don't have a lot else to do with my energy. They're all stunned and whatever. Pew? Pew. Okay, great. We could have another meteor. Could have shard pack. I said a shard pack. Gain 1 shield, put 2 crystal shards in your deck. Or upgrade to be like 2 shield. Why isn't this written in hieroglyphics? Shouldn't the gain 2 shield be written in hieroglyphics? It feels like this was an afterthought. Not think I want this? I don't know. I sort of get the shard thing. It feels like making a shard heavy deck is good if you have like the artifact that cares about cycling through your deck, or you have something that gets better every time you draw it, which you kind of tried to do last time. Like, in a vacuum, it doesn't seem like it's super great to just, like, have a bunch of those. It's not, like, bad necessarily, but, like, I don't want to spend, like, 2 energy to make the deck cycle a little better when I don't have, like, payoff for it. Another meteor might be okay. Just because, like, it's basically just, like, 1 energy to move and kind of block under certain conditions. It's, like, kind of a versatile card. It's a little worse than either a movement or a regular block on average. But the fact that it's both of them for 1 energy is still, like, pretty good. I do like that it's flippable. I don't really know what this deck is doing. Oh, I didn't like that sound. It sounded like the air conditioner was gonna, like, trip the breaker. Yep, trip the breaker. Well, luckily, it's on its own breaker, but I'm gonna go deal with that for a second. So, have fun with the music. I'm not gonna turn on the idle screen. Have I mentioned that I don't like it here? Could you hear that or see that? It was kind of doing a little of both of those things. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I feel like I should be holding something, but no, I'm not using a controller or anything. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my deck. I said deck? Why? I'm enunciating as hard as I can. I don't know what your problem is. Do I want, like, a weird move? I don't have a lot of move. Nah, I think I'm fine where I'm at. It might be a mistake. Alright, this is our first proper look at Area 2 map. Do I think I can take on multiple boss? I suppose I should go through the question mark. Most of those are positive or neutral. Can I get you anything? Repair 7 hull? Nah. Upgrade something? That's interesting. Oh, that was very gross. I apologize. I think maybe I would want Perfect Specimen B. Just like a card that, like, once per fight you gain 2, you heal 2, and then it turns into a crystal shard. So, like, net neutral, but gives you shard for stuff. I honestly don't remember where or when or how I got this. So it hadn't occurred to me to try to upgrade that. Slug does 4 damage instead of 3, or it can do 5, but does more heat, more overheat thing. I think I got the, like, overheat slower. It's weird what I remember and what I don't. I think you can make heatsink flippable. I don't know if that's good. Upgrade lets you move 2. That's not really an upgrade, strictly speaking. Make it so it always meteors, but I think we do that anyway. Let's blocker burnout. That sounds very good. I think my deck might be bad. I'm gonna do this. It sounds interesting. I don't know if it's any good. Question mark. Getting a hail from a research vessel. The Duplatron. Well, I just put, like, a repeatable heal effect in my deck, so I should probably duplicate something 4 times. The question is, what do I duplicate? Is it... I mean, a funny thing to do would be to make 4 additional copies of Payback. I feel like we would die. I feel like we would, like, extremely die. It would be, like, super duper funny, though. It would be better if we already had that, like, artifact that, like, gives you energy for, like, paying for cards that are too expensive. Because then we could at least do, like, a meteor or something. I mean, alternatively, I do think it would legitimately be funny to do Bloodstone Bolt A and just, like, constantly damage ourselves. Now, granted, I think our deck is positioned in such a way that we will recover that health most of the time because we already upgraded it. Also, it would mean, like, we could play any number of these that we drew in a turn, and as long as we still had shards, we wouldn't explode ourselves. But even if we did, we have heal. So, like, I feel like it's probably one of those two. I guess you could make a similar argument for Mage Hand, but, like, Mage Hand costs 1, whereas Bloodstone Bolt doesn't. Why do you lose a hull and heal a hull with Bloodstone Bolt A? The reason for that is that it is, it makes use of the Alchemist mechanics in a way where you always take 1 direct damage. You always hurt yourself with Bloodstone Bolt A. Then you deal 3 damage. But then, if you have a shard, you lose a shard to heal back up. So, the trick is, if you don't have shard, then you don't heal back up. So then you have to decide whether you're willing to take the damage or not. That's the idea. Now, we've found, like, a bunch of artifacts that, like, make it so we pretty usually have shards. So, like, this is, like, a pretty good build to do a bunch of that. I mean, I don't have a lot of other cards that I think are particularly interesting, so I think it's, like, one of the 2 of those. I think Bloodstone Bolt A would be more interesting but less funny, because, like, having Payback of, like, 4 is funny, but we'll probably die before that happens. So, like, that's not actually that fun. It's kind of stupid. I would like to play that deck. Frankly, I have played that deck before. So maybe that is also a reason to choose Bloodstone Bolt. So... yeah, duplicate my 0-cost thing 4 times. Oh, it removes my, like, max health. I didn't think it was gonna do that for some reason. It's fine, whatever. Okay. Oh, it's this guy. I hate this guy. I think I don't want to use this yet, since now I only have, like, a gap of 1 max health. I probably would like to do everything but that, because the first thing I did cost 0. Good plan, Vasco. Music feels so quiet to me. I think that's because of the super loud air conditioning. Interesting. I don't think I know what happens if you stun shot for 0 a shaker missile. I like this gap here. It's doing some work. So you're threatening 3 damage? I think that's fine. I think I should do... God, what a ridiculous turn. Let's do... Mage Hand... Slug, which stops another missile. And then... blow him up. I could move... Why did that... oh, because I don't have any shard. That's fair. I was expecting that to make a meteor, but it wouldn't, would it? Okay. Well, regretting moving quite so far. A little bit. Let's make a shard and draw something. Clock shot. Do wish right now that I had a little more move. It's okay. Guess I'll do basic shot because I'm already temp shield blocking the amount of damage hitting me this turn. Oh, that's a lot of missiles. So Shaker works like Seeker, right? Like, I don't think I can... It's not like a straight missile, so I can't just, like, not get hit by it or whatever. Feels like... oh, luckily we have, like, a bunch of shard now. That's actually good. So... I suppose this is its 3rd health bar, isn't it? I think that's the last one. I mean... use one of my shard for 3 damage. Use one of my shard for 3 damage. Nope, that was not the last one. Payback? Ugh. This is just a regular one. I think I take 1 damage off. Oh no, this isn't. This only does 1 damage, but I like draw fewer cards next turn. I haven't seen the Shaker missile as much. Well, I don't have any shards now. Probably just want to play Mage Hand for the shield, even though it won't do an attack anymore. So I can't move. 8. If I fire both of these bloodstone bolts, then I do 8. And even though that does 2 direct damage to me... Actually, no, wait. Maybe there is actually better math on this. No, that math is the same. No, I think it actually makes sense to use both of the bloodstone bolts. God, I really hate this rail cannon boss, by the way. It's just super insanely annoying how much health it gets. And then it, like, reconfigures so you can't, like, plan ahead when you, like, disable one of its health bars. Like, it's a really annoying boss. Like, this almost feels like it should be, like, a zone boss instead of just, like, an elite enemy, because it's, like, extremely annoying. But, like, I will definitely take 2 damage if I fire both of these, but it should defeat the rail cannon. If I fire off one of these, I take a direct damage. Then I take 2 shield damage and shoot it for 2. And then take an additional... Like, I just end up taking more damage doing anything else, as weird as that seems. Like, it's not ideal, but we do have the healing card. That's, like, why we conceded to this ridiculous plan. But, like, that was interesting and kind of funny that I kept hitting myself, right? It's a thermic release. A piercing attack for 1 damage that reduces 3 heat. Or a piercing attack for 2 damage that gains you 1 heat. Or something that gives you move equal to your shield and then removes all your shield. I kind of feel like I don't want attacks that I'm paying for unless they're super cool. Because now I have all these bloodstone bolts. So, like, I'm sort of incentivized to be, like, defensive. And... like, get more shards, I think. No, heat's a bad thing. Heat as a status is more like overheating. It's like existing in my apartment, if that helps to conceptualize what it's like as a status effect. Like, the air conditioner just experienced like 3 overheats, so it like took a damage and tripped the breaker. Let's skip all of these. Jet thrusters gives 2 of 8 on first turn. That's good. Piercer. Your first attack each turn pierces. I don't know how that interacts with the payback status. Real life Vasco needs exothermic release then. Yes. It's I mean, the fact that I'm excited that it's 83 right now is bad. Discard pile, shuffle back in your draw pile, the enemy loses a hole. No, there was like a period during this run where we could have played to this. I think after like quadro duplicating, that's probably not it. It's probably between thrusters and piercer. The problem is, like, only having 1 attack pierce each turn can get awkward, where, like, you, like, ignore their shields to do, like, a bunch of damage, but then your subsequent attacks get stopped by the shields, so, like, it doesn't actually give you, like, a benefit if you don't have, like, a consistent amount of piercing. I'm just gonna take thrusters, because I am light on movement. I feel like that'll be helpful. Let's do another boss. This one definitely won't be as bad. Let's move left and payback. And then we got shards. I'll shoot them for 3. I will do a crystal shard. I do a lot of stuff, huh? So if I do shield surge, then I'm not taking any damage this turn. So I can spend remaining resources on attacking, which I probably should do. It'd be cool to get that artifact that, like, lets you heal a bonus one every time you would heal at all. Speaking of healing, I would like to play this. Let's do it. Gain to fourth energy. What is that coming from? Oh, I got the... There's like an artifact that just occasionally gives you extra energy that I forgot about. It's so funny that the Marvel Strike Force war clock always starts at like stream time, so I have like no idea what's going on. Demolition usually gives me an update. Sounds like this one's plausible, which I would be skeptical of if it weren't for the fact that I'm convinced that most of the matchmaking in the game does not work the way I want matchmaking to work. Like, routinely things that match you against other players are like, this player could potentially be close to your level, but they're not. They're way better than you. I'm like, how about you match me against someone who's like actually close to my level? They're like, nah, I don't think I'll do that. So I can... If I, like, heat sink... I guess I don't have to. I have my 2 move. So, well, if I move, then I'm, like, not hitting them. So instead of that, I should, like, block? Great, let's block. So now I'm blocking all the incoming damage, so... Just, like, shoot him? I mean, I guess I could heat sink and then meteor, which has like a really nominal value to it, but it puts a rock out there and doesn't basically do anything else. Yeah, Arena's kind of like, Arena feels like they just gave up on it. Arena's supposed to be like, bring your strongest team and like play against the strongest teams of people at a kind of similar level to you. And what it actually is almost just like a giant wall that looks like the X-Men, because that team is insanely good at that game mode. So it's pretty much that and like 2 slight variations. And like what's extra annoying is that there's like a timer on it for like none reason. So like even if you have like a close match against this annoying team that's kind of a scourge, then like good luck, buddy, you'll probably die first. Okay, was this? This is Marvel Strike Force. It's the game my sister worked for, starting with the... Well, she got laid off from her previous job as the designer of user experience for Riot Games earlier this year, and then moved to a mobile game called Marvel Strike Force. You have 4 health left. Get exploded. Have none shards. Sapphire Shield. For 1 energy, gain a shield and a shard. It's kind of interesting. And you can just upgrade that to a different combination of those. I could take another stun shot. I don't think I need that. Pulse barrier. That's kind of fun. I'd kind of like to upgrade Pulse Barrier to Pulse Barrier A. So just like one time you get like extra shield capacity and shield for free. What's weird is that like despite adding a bunch of zero cost stuff, I don't feel like I'm incentivized to add expensive things. It might be the case that I'd rather have Sapphire Shield, though. Just because I do have all these stupid shard take effects. I mean, all block effects are generally good with payback, because if you tank the hits, then you're dealing damage back to them. So, like, either of these defensive cards seem okay. Sunshot's not bad, I just think I need stuff like these more. I'm just not entirely sure how much more shard I need. There's something to be said for Like, if I just take a card that sort of removes itself from the deck, then I will draw into other shard effects more. I don't know, I think it's kind of close. Gooseberry is uncommon. I think I'm going to defer to that because it's close enough. But it might be better to take Sapphire Shield. Sharp Edges is not really what I want. Nanofiber Hull. Heal 1 after each combat. That's not bad. Every 3 Dizzy cards gain a shield. That's okay. It's not like amazing, but just like some incidental shield when we're a little heavy on like blue effects is pretty good. These both do something kind of similar. I think I like Nanofiber Hull here specifically because it helps deal with draws where, like the railgun. Whoop, we just did something weird. It's fine, we'll forget that happened. Where like, if we happen to draw a bunch of bloodstones and we want to like fire them off to like end the match, then like not Nanofiber Hull will like patch us back up. Prep batteries gain an extra energy on the first turn. Oh, that's fun. Pressure detection is good. I think I like prep batteries for a deck that plays Payback, because you want to play Payback as early as possible, but sometimes you gotta like do something else early on. So I think I'm gonna take prep batteries. Ryder has a fun headband. Avast! Lay down the arms, you scurvy dogs. Hey, check it out, guys. A fake pirate with a fake pirate accent. Oh, hi, Eunice. Didn't say stop. Oh, it's Binary Star. I remember Binary Star having like a fun pirate character. It says, when the war game mode starts and we see multiple 1 million plus enemies, it's just like, wait for my sister to log on and hope she clears them out. Yeah. I finally, like, I have my own stupid X-Men team that's like almost up to 1 million. That's after sinking just like an obscene amount of resources into them. Almost have one team with like 1 million overall power score. I'm trying so hard to like get like horsemen and stuff. It's a really thankless garbage thing. Plus they're like supposedly like making it easier to do that, so I've sort of backed off that for a minute. So yeah, Payback seems good here. They're just like hitting me for 1. I don't think I'm gonna do anything to disable these based on my current hand or situation. So I could try to shoot for 1 damage, but by default I'm facing... I don't know, I should probably move anyway, huh? It's kind of the thing. Because if I don't move, then my payback shot's like not gonna do any damage anyway. Didn't want to use the move, but I think that's probably correct. So this is a minus energy turn. But we must have... Yeah, I think we got extra energy from our sometimes extra energy thing. So... I think I want to... Oh, jeez. Those missiles, huh? Do not like the look of this. So I think it's like... No, I think it's like move right, Bloodstone Bolt. Hit this again. Bloodstone Bolt does enough damage to concussion them. Meteor to move back. This means the only thing hitting me this turn is 1 big missile for 3. Which is fine. I'm gonna do another Bloodstone Bolt here. Which makes it so they're not firing either of this new set of missiles. I'm out of shards. Oh, it's interesting. This one's armored and this one isn't. I was sort of treating these the same, but they're not. So this, I will actually get my counter attack in. I don't have more shield capacity, so this does not seem useful. So I'm going to take missile damage, then I'm going to shoot them. They're going to shoot this and give me a new shard for next turn, and we'll just hope for the best. So I can slug to stop a missile here. Let me get a crystal. That's cool. So let's stop their missile because that's annoying. I got a heat now. That's fine. I got some heat on me. So I have 2 shards, so I could do like a bunch. Suppose we'll do. And then I'd rather just have the dodge in case they like move in an unfavorable way. So I'm blocking 1 damage and hitting them back for 1. Hey, Alcadius, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I hope you're better than me. I'm not doing very good. Thank you for the 83-month resub, Alcadius. Thank you. I did the chicken cross the park to get to the other slide. Very, very good. I got a shard. Pew. Heat sink B. You know, I looked at this before in terms of upgrading the heatsink that I have, and I was like, I don't know that having to move 2 actually constitutes an upgrade. This version of the upgrade is flippable, so you can choose which direction you want, but you definitely have to move 2, which sometimes is good, but sometimes is bad. Speaking of potentially old-fashioned jokes and childlike attractions, after the Jenny Nicholson video about the disaster of the Star Wars hotel, I went back and finally watched the Defunct Land video on the history of FastPass, because like I had like discussions with my parents about like Disney and the current state of Disney, and FastPass is a big factor. And after I did that, I like went back and watched some of the regular Defunct Land season stuff, which I never got around to. I watched like season 1 and then like just didn't make it through the rest of the stuff because I encountered something else going on. But I've been going through season 3, which has kind of an interesting twist to it, where like it's not about individual rides, it's sort of about the grand history of the very concept of what a theme park is through a certain lens. Really interesting stuff. Really makes me long for the days where stuff like World's Fairs happen, because I know that history probably remembers those through like rose-tinted glasses, but like just the very idea of like the world coming together and trying to like advance technology and show off how cool we are instead of just like yelling at each other on social media and stuff sounds great. What was wrong with the Star Wars hotel? You've never heard of it? Neko, have I got a 4-hour video for you? I mean, the short answer is like a ton of stuff, but like it's a really interesting video that I recommend you watching. Like, my summary of it isn't gonna do justice, and like honestly, I just do recommend it. Like, it's a really interesting watch. It's very thorough. It will definitely answer your questions. I don't think I want any of these cards. I still don't think I'm accumulating enough heat to care about like reducing it by 3. The Cannoneer. I remember not that long ago we battled this thing and it was horrible for me, and I don't remember why. 4-hour video? Yeah. You ever watched 2 movies before? I mean, my parents were skeptical at the concept of a 4-hour YouTube video, but then I reminded them that they will watch, like, documentary series that are like, you know, 40-minute parts. So you just watch it like that. There's a lot of chapters. The point is, it's really interesting. So if you actually want to answer that question, I think you should just go straight to the source. Alright, let's put that payback on. Maybe now is a good time for pulse barrier. Unfortunately, we are like directly facing their armored spot. So like I could like bloodstone bolt here, but it does less damage. Also, if I don't move, then my payback shot doesn't do anything. This is the thing I have to keep reminding myself for some reason. So we'll do a shoot and a pulse barrier and a pew. A pew pew. So I can sort of disable this missile for free. It's kind of fun. Kind of wish I could draw this next turn, as I expect to take some damage. Maybe not. If I just stay here, then I take 2 missile damage, which I currently block, and will fire back at them. And I have enough shard to fire all these bloodstone bolts. So I guess I'll just like... It's a pretty fun build, actually. I don't know how I would like describe this strategy. Oh, that's right. For some reason, I like forgot that cannon was hitting me too. It's fine. We had the shield for that. We like literally didn't even take direct damage. Yeah, I think our positioning is fine. Let's just like block their attack and like shoot them. Do I want some block or some dodge? I want block. I just need to do like 1 damage to them next turn. Oh, they gave me a shard back and everything. It's so courteous. Yeah, having a bunch of Bloodstone Bolt A is really good, as long as you point... Alright. We definitely saw this card before. I think this deck, or this card would be horrible for this deck. Because anytime there's like one of these like shard cost symbols, it will use any shard that you have. So if I played Block Evolution once, it would just mean I would start killing myself with my attack. Deflection. Firewall's kind of cute. I forgot this card existed. Get some shield, get some temp shield, reduce your heat. Again, I don't think we're like super hot. That's a different game. I don't think I'm looking for a 2-cost thing, even if it gives some bonus block. I might want to remove cards. What upgrades do we have available? No, those upgrades are bad. I could upgrade Pulse Barrier. I think before I upgrade Pulse Barrier, I'd rather like remove one of the basic cards or something. Make it more likely that I draw this. Yeah, let's... I don't actually know which basic card is least good, so I guess I should start by removing Basic Shot, because I have more of that. It's always good to, like, quadra-duplicate an already upgraded card, so you don't have to upgrade the individual cards. Sure. Let's not upgrade. Let's remove Basic Shot. Boss 2. It's Punch Guy. Oh, Punch Guy. Let's do Payback. It's kind of a rough turn for EMP Slug. And then we'll do Mage Hand. Mage Hand's like a touch wasteful, but it's fine. How did I get... Oh, Nanofiber Hull. I was like, how did I heal to full if I didn't heal? So the punch will push me 3 spaces to the right. Should be like 1, 2, 3. Which is like fine, but not great. How much damage does that do? 2 damage. So we're like okay for now on that front. I don't think I can meaningfully do anything cool with Meteor exactly. I can move, but it's not gonna like cause the amount of damage I'm taking to change at all. So I think I gotta do like shoot, crystal. Let's get a shard back. I mean, sure. Sure? Do I want this? Sure. Dodge. I kind of want to play Meteor, which weirdly makes me want to, like, burn my movement. Sure. I don't know if this is right. Oh, and I keep doing that. I keep forgetting that Meteor actually requires you to have Shard to make the Meteor. I think I can upgrade that. I might need to do that. Okay, they want to punch me again. I'm not in love with that. Kind of just don't love my positioning in general. Let's do this, how about? I'm gonna move right 1. Do I want a stun shot? I can feasibly tank a hit here. In fact, that's kind of what most of my hand does. It'll do a little bit of extra damage, I guess. Sure. So we'll do temp shield at the cost of a permanent shield slot and then gain that back. And then shield. So this will push me last, so I don't need to worry about it pushing me in the force of the laser. I believe everything should be left to right. I don't think there's got to be some priority for whether middle or enemy goes first, but I think we're gonna be fine. That didn't work the way I expected it to at all. I somehow got hit with the missile before the shooting and then took like a lot of damage. Okay, well that sucks. Luckily I have Perfect Specimen B. Why is it called Perfect Specimen? What does it represent? I got better. Something. I'm gonna scoot. I wish I had the stun shot now. I'm gonna scoot to the left. And I'm gonna do Bloodstone, do Shield Surge to block the cannon, so I'll shoot back at them. That'll put them down to like 4. Maybe we kill them, I don't know. It's a weird place to put that fist. One damage breaks this thing. Draw something. I have 1 shard. I would like to Mage Hand and then Bloodstone Bolt, which will damage me, but I have Nanofiber Hull, so I'll heal it back after the battle. This is why I chose that. Hell's Heart A. Attack. Damage equals your missing hull. Heal 1. Nope. Medusa Field B. That looks like... What's the name of the Digimon that's just poop? That top icon looks like that. Instantly turn every object in the mid-row into geodes? It's like Mirror Weave for mid-row objects. That's fun. Sukamon. Yeah, it looks like Sukamon, right? I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that's good, but that sounds super funny to me. It would have been really good in that last fight, for example. Oh, you can make it cost 0? Or... Oh, for some reason oh, no, wait. It already is upgraded to... Okay. Now I understand. It did already have magnet. It's just because it's already up there. So this is the one. So it'll just stay in my hand until I need it. And it can be like a bad block. Listen, I don't know that it's great, but it sounds really funny. So I'm going to take it. Warp Mastery means we start with even more evade and more shield, which could be good. Zero Doubler. Each turn, the first time you play a zero-cost card, do its actions twice. What? I'm begging your pardon? Now, when it says do its actions twice, I assume that means that one Blood Bolt would definitely hurt me twice and heal me twice if I have shards. So I'm trying to get through all of modern Doctor Who in a month, Demolition? I don't know about that, man. How far are you? I know you mentioned something about this a while ago. Like it says, each Doctor is more different in the old Doctor Who. In the old Doctor Who, they originally planned it to be more historical than sci-fi. It almost got axed in the first season, but then when the actor quit, they had the idea to have him regenerate. Doctor Who was a different show after that. The very first Doctor is considered one of the worst, though he's an acquired taste for some. I understand all of that to be true. I have a friend who's been like a Doctor Who fan for like infinity, and has like an intense collection of like DVD releases of old Doctor Who in particular. And like I watched a bunch of it back in the day. I like old Doctor Who a lot. I like some of new Doctor Who. It hits different, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. And I think the writing is somehow less consistent now than it used to be, which is an insane thing to say or be true when you consider what that era of production was like, and the fact that like a ton of Doctor Who episodes are like lost media just because back then like no one could conceive of television needing to like stay recorded, and so they would just like use the master tapes again to just tape something else at the BBC. But yeah, I like several of the old Doctors. I like some of the new Doctors, but I also haven't given some of the very recent ones a real chance. Like, I only saw a little bit of Capaldi, and from what I understand, there's like a stint at the beginning of his run that's kind of like especially rough. But I think the general consensus is that like he is good as the Doctor, but the writing lets him down consistently, which sucks because he does seem like he is good. Like it says, her dad has all of old Doctor Who on DVD. Like old Doctor Who more than new Doctor Who. Just got incredibly burned down on it. That's totally fair. There's a lot of it. Not that long ago, I think I mentioned this on one of the streams, that I like found out that like BritBox has some weird live stream thing through Amazon Prime where like they just literally run a 24-hour feed of like old Doctor Who. And so like a few weeks ago, I like put that on, and then they started playing Trial of a Time Lord, which I know is like a really famous long serial, and I was like, oh man, I always kind of wanted to see Trial of a Time Lord. And then like hours later I was like, huh, it's still going. And then I looked it up, it's like, oh, it's like 14 parts long. I think it's like literally 7 hours of television is like one story. Now granted, it uses a framing device, so that's not actually one story. It's like one story that joins like 4 stories together. It's really interesting though. Like I'm glad I spent 7 hours of my life watching it. It's just a really interesting idea. Although they like super duper like kill off an important character like off screen just like randomly during the course of that, I'm like, that is an insanely weird choice. This is Capaldi is your favorite modern doctor, followed by Eccleston. Strange enough for old doctors, I like Tom Baker. Love Patrick Troughton, but most of his stories got lost. Dude, big Patrick Troughton fan. I've only seen a few because, like you say, a lot of his stuff got lost. But, like, I love his style. He is, like, truly one of my favorite doctors. Also, who doesn't love Tom Baker? Tom Baker's just, like, unequivocally excellent at Doctor Who. I mean, several, like, all of the Doctor actors bring something to the part. Some will resonate more with you than others, but, like, genuinely, who doesn't love Tom Baker? He's so good. Like the 8th Doctor from the movie? That seems like a hot take from a British person. What was I doing? Right. I'm gonna take this insanely ill-advised thing that, like, causes me to blow myself up, because I think it'll be funny. Trial of a Time Lord is really good. Disappointed me the 13th Doctor wasn't the evil one. Yeah, that would have been really interesting. Like, I didn't know that until I saw Trial of a Time Lord, that there's, like, this implication that, like, one of the Doctors last for generations is, like, this villainous character. Which, like, I was shocked that somehow I'd never heard that before. And is really interesting. And to my knowledge, they haven't done anything with that, but also I haven't really checked in on modern Doctor Who in a minute. I don't know. There's something that, like, the modern Doctor Who can't recapture of the pulpy, like, whimsiness of old Doctor Who. Like, there are some really great new Doctor Who episodes, for sure. But, like, overall, it just doesn't have the same vibe. I really appreciated the 8th Doctor was no longer Sylvester McCoy. You know what? That's fair. I haven't seen a lot of Sylvester McCoy. He is not my favorite. One of your favorite features in a Doctor is just not being Sylvester McCoy. That might be a strong take. I'll have to see more Sylvester McCoy. I saw that, I think it was like around the same time I watched Trial of a Time Lord. They started this insane, like, Sylvester McCoy story that starts with him, like, crash landing at, like, a space bus port, and, like, he gets chosen to be, like, the millionth customer, so he gets, like, a free space bus ride to, like, Disneyland in, like, 1955. And then there's this, like, absolutely unhinged side story going on where, like, 2 allegedly American agents are, like, watching for, like, Sputnik to happen or something in, like, a field in London, and are, like, calling the American president from, like, a police box. And I'm like, whoever wrote this doesn't know how anything works at all. I didn't see the end of that one, because I think it started late in the day, but also it seemed real bad. Yep, so that definitely just doubles the whole card, which is what I expected. I guess I'll shoot him again. This is a very risky build, which is uncharacteristic of me, generally speaking. Let's get some more shield in this business, and then I have so much energy left over. Alright, well, I got some shard back from that, right? Cool. So I could use Medusa Field right now to turn that meteor into a meteor. It's not the only time the American president has been called from a police box in Doctor Who. That's not the part I take the most issue with. Like, it is weird in that I find it hard to believe at any point that, like, American agents would try to make, like, a direct call to the president to an unsecured, like, international phone line. Like, that's just, like... That just, like, doesn't seem to make very much sense. But, like, the bigger problem I have is, like, in what way would, like, American government agents of any kind be, like, sent to England to, like, wait for something to happen in space. Just like in a field somewhere. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Project EOS says, I need to share one of my comfort playlists with you, Vasco. What is it? I'm curious. I didn't pay attention. The background art on Medusa Field is a lovely little snack friend. Which, you know, makes sense. Medusa Field and all that. Well, I'm glad that I have this perfect specimen that I, like, maybe need to upgrade thanks to my new weird bad suicide artifact. I guess I should... No, actually, it doesn't make sense to mage. It doesn't make sense to play any of the cards in my hand, huh? That's not a great look for me. Ooh. Yeah, I think literally all of the cards in my hand are bad. Like, I want to play... Oh, no, I did upgrade Perfect Specimen. Right, it would, like, get used up forever. I was thinking that the upgrade let you reuse it in the same fight, but that's not an option. But, like, I want to use this when I'm actually damaged, which I'm not yet, but I will be. I can, like, give up one shield to block 4, but I don't have payback active, so, like, that's not very good. I don't have, like, a good way to position myself so that stun shot does anything useful. Medusa Field literally just... I mean, I guess it blocks 1. And then Mage Hand blocks 1 and deals 2 damage, but, like, because they have Temp Shield right now, like, doing 2 damage is effectively doing no damage. Whoa, that sounds awesome, Project EOS. Broke Canon is an ongoing comedic essay series about the times Doctor Who broke its own rules. That sounds amazing. I, like, absolutely want to do that. That's, like, exactly what I want in my life right now. I will have to try and remember that. Thank you for the recommendation. Also, hello, Pritwitch. How's it going? This turn sucks. I guess I like Medusa Field because it doesn't, like, exhaust. And then I, like, pass and, like, take a damage? Like, that turn sucked. This was a terrible hand. Okay, now I have, like, all the cards I would have liked to have last turn, which is, like, a little awkward for me. I probably don't want to move at all, I think. I want to Shield Surge. I would like to draw a Perfect Specimen now, but I can't. So I think I'm gonna do 3 damage, do 3 damage. I was busy processing the first thing twice. Oh, that's right. Because I only had 1 shard when it repeated that. For some reason I was thinking that Zero Doubler was like the first time each battle you play a 0-cost card, but it's definitely the first time each turn, which means that I am going to kill myself. Whoops. Thank you for sending a reminder on Discord that I will hopefully notice. Also, how come we've been drawing Payback as like the last possible card in our deck for like 3 battles? Well, they're not hitting me this turn, so I guess that's cool. Let's set up Payback and then draw some garbage. Why did I draw an extra card? Why did I draw an extra card? Oh, because it was a 0-cost card. Cards cost 0, everyone. I don't know if you know this. That's actually interesting because then the shard happens twice and you get 2 shard resource. I guess that she feels like a series that analyzes Doctor Who breaking its own rules would somehow be longer than Doctor Who, the series itself. Which, in and of itself, sounds like it's in keeping with the rules of Doctor Who. So it all makes sense to me. I'm out of energy. For some reason, I thought I had 1 left because I'm not paying attention. Also, because my microphone does sort of block the energy count. Okay, so I drew Shard again. But I have a lot of Shard right now. So, like, Bloodstone. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Button mash. Gain 3 shield, move left 3, gain a move. Doesn't seem good. I guess it having retain or whatever is good. I don't really want that card at all, though. Block Shot B is a little interesting. I'd rather have, like, a Block Shot B than Basic Shot, although that sort of goes without saying. But just the notion that, like, this thing can block 3 damage for 1 seems pretty good with my, like, payback build. I think that's worth taking, even though I don't absolutely love it. There are only 88 parts to Broke Cannon. The only was my own editorial comment. That doesn't seem like as many as I might have expected. So, repair yard question mark. Then, like, boss, artifact boss? Probably. Only should have been in your message. I wasn't sure how you intended the original message, Neko. But when I saw 88, I was like, that feels low. I don't think I need to repair, so it's remove or upgrade. I think I still... Hang on. So, like, pros and cons to upgrading Pulse Barrier. Because there's 3 arguments to be made here. Don't do it at all. Upgrade to A, upgrade to B. If you upgrade to A, then you can use your, like, 0 doubler thing. And then you could get, like, double shield capacity. 1 time. And also, like, a free point of shield. Instead, you could keep it at 1 cost and gain 2 shield capacity all the time. But it costs 1 energy, and you would never get bonus shield. But the third argument is that, like, it might just be better to remove Basic Shot, probably. Feels kind of right. There aren't a ton of opportunities to cut cards in Cobalt Core, and I often find that upgrading feels more valuable than cutting. I don't know that that's true as often as I think it is, but it definitely feels like it is. I think I would rather cut this. Hello there, would you care to engage in some debate? Talk about the issues? Nothing but time on my hands. We can do this over and over. Turn an upgrade A card into a B. Gain an annoyance. Annoyance costs 0, but will remove itself from your deck after 1 use. This doesn't really specify... I mean, this is kind of fun if you, like, get an upgraded card and want the other upgrade. I don't think I need that. Even the ones that came pre-upgraded, I feel pretty good about. And the other ones I, like, picked the upgrade for. So I think I'm good. Ooh. I don't think I've seen this one. Look at this. Let's do a payback. Let's do... Bloodstone, I guess? I guess I should Pulse Barrier? I kind of want to Blocker Burnout as well. But then I'll just, like, lose a permanent shield? I'm not sure if that inefficiency is worthwhile. It was a great turn for them to face their, like, status cannon at me, because I'll just stun it, I guess. Producer Field doesn't seem super relevant right now. So I guess we'll just... Wow. It's actually a really awkward turn. Stun. Shoot. Dodge. Pass with 2 energy. The relic that, like, gives you, I think, shield if you have extra energy might be nice for this build. Let's do Unpolished Crystal, which will be my first 0 cost. Interesting. So if I move right 1, then I could do the upgraded block shot to gain 3 shield, and shield surge with my remaining energy to block all of the incoming damage. And then I can use some shards to do a bunch of damage to them, and when they hit me, I will retaliate. I don't think... Hang on. Let's do this. Let's do this. So they're at 5. Could take some permanent damage. I think I'd rather play it safe. I'm gonna do the shield surge and not use the last bloodstone. What crystal shard you said? And then we'll do bloodstone, mage hand. Somehow this build works. What is this? I don't remember if I've seen this. Spend 3 energy, gain... Or spend 3 shard, gain an energy. Lose all shard for each attack for 2 damage. Oh, it does separate attacks is a little interesting. I don't think I want that at all. It seems terrible in this deck. I don't think momentum is particularly good. My deck is not that bad. Mission says, apparently all of Doctor Who, run back to back without Torchwood and other spin-offs, is 56.3 days or 1,351.2 hours. Yeah, that sounds probable. Oh man, Torchwood... I watched like all of Torchwood like before ever really getting into Doctor Who, which is kind of wild. Although really Torchwood sort of functions on its own, and by sort of I mean is essentially self-contained with references to Doctor Who you will appreciate more if you know Doctor Who. But also in the sense that like it kind of functions because I have qualms. How does length compare to One Piece? Now, I don't know if everyone here was present when I talked about this, but as I've heard more talk of it and feel certain that it is a real thing. One Piece, the anime, is so long that despite the fact it isn't finished, they are adapting One Piece, the anime, into an anime. Not making that up, that's actually happening. And what's maybe worse is that actually makes sense to me, because the one true problem that One Piece has is bloat. Is that it was made in this, like, Shonen Jump anime era where, like, everything has to be, you know, produced regularly and you need to always have an episode and whatever. And so it encourages things like, you know, excessive recap at the start of episodes and keeping as little action as possible in certain episodes if we're like running behind on deadlines and things like that, which like I don't mean that to be critical of the animation studio, because like it's just the way that industry seems to be run, and like that's just how you get your show done. But like for a long time I've felt like One Piece would really benefit from like the Kai edit. Dragon Ball Z at some point had a re-release called Dragon Ball Z Kai, which kind of just like trimmed the fat out of it, and like honestly watching through it I mostly didn't notice what was missing. So like I feel like you could gain some real benefit from doing that for One Piece, because like the characters and the storylines and it's just the world is all great, and if we could just like trim out some of the parts that are redundant or unnecessary, we could really cut that runtime down, I think. and then making the earlier parts of the One Piece. I think the goal is to remake the entirety of One Piece as a new anime. The insane thing is largely just that they're at least in like pre-production for that, and we haven't finished One Piece, the regular anime. Now, on the same subject, if you've never tried One Piece and you're like, yeah, that does sound intimidating, but given that it's super cool and everyone loves it, watching a streamlined version does sound kind of cool, you should try the Netflix live action One Piece, because it already kind of does that. I mean, like, yeah, it's streamlining it a little hard, getting like an entire season of, I don't even know how many episodes are in like the pre-Redline East Blue story arc, but like all of that gets trimmed down to like 8 episodes or something. You definitely get like all the important notes. You lose a little bit when you translate it that hard, but like it's a really good accessible product. I don't want these cards. Boss. Drill guy. Drill guy? Should attack his weak point for massive damage. In this case, that means Bloodstone Bolt. I guess I could have done Mage Hand first because it doesn't cost 0. I was thinking that would trigger the thing, but it doesn't. And then I just have like 1 billion energy, so I guess I'll just block. Yeah, why not use all of my shard? After all, why shouldn't I? They also gain shield? Didn't notice they were doing that. It's very annoying. I gotta tell you, in an asteroid field, Medusa field is a much funnier card. Let's do unpolished crystal to get double shard. I think what I'm doing... Yeah, I think I'm moving here, and then, like... Bloodstone Bolt... Bloodstone Bolt... Lockout Burner Medusa Field? Because this will break this rock and then do 2 to me, which I could take, but I think I'd rather make use of the card. Also, because I have some extra energy here, I'm going to turn all of the rocks into geodes. It's just funny, man. I don't care who you are, it's just funny. Yeah. So obviously I've drawn Payback like last again. They got a lot of health, huh? So... I want to play Perfect Spasm, but unfortunately I feel like I really have to play Payback here. Actually, no. It doesn't make a ton... Well... There's a few ways I could play this. I could try to focus on damage, like move 1 to the right, play Bloodstone Bolt. I already did this, didn't I? What did I play this turn? Something? Nothing? Who knows? Guess I'm trying to remember if I played Shard this turn. I think I did that last time. But like, so if I play Payback, it sets me up so I can start doing damage. So I can like move right, Payback. Unfortunately, I basically gain none shield and will take a direct damage from this, which I don't love. If I don't do Payback, though, it's pretty difficult to avoid taking several damage anyway, and I just don't gain a benefit from it, like I would if I had payback active. Alternatively, I mean, I could, like, move left, EMP slug. Wait, if I don't move right, then, like, both of these things are gonna hit me for multiple? No, I really have to move right. I think I might as well payback. It just kind of sucks. I mean, instead of payback, I could do... like, perfect specimen, pulse barrier. Actually, that sounds fine. I mean, it sucks not to have payback active. It's just so inefficient. Throw some stuff. And then, like... Redstone bolt. Yeah, let's do block shot, I guess. It's extra damage in, still allows me to pulse barrier. Yeah, I mean, that would be, like, a lot cooler if I had payback active. I can't pretend that's not true. So I think I need to move, like... right... meteorite? Slug. And then... guess spend a shard to damage? I might as well fire off one of these, but I shouldn't be taking any damage, so the block doesn't matter. Shard. I drew most of my bloodstone bolts. Solar flare spelled the other way. Cancel every intent on enemy ship. Gain 1 heat. Wait, really? I don't remember seeing this card before. It is a uncommon. Okay. That's wild. I mean, for 2, that's still relevant. And, like, the heat's not nothing. Even though, like, 1 heat is not typically that bad. Overflowing power. Spend up to 4 shard if you have them. Gain a permanent damage boost for this battle for each one. Then, raise your shard cap and gain 1 shard. I mean, that card sounds really funny and cool. I don't think this is the build for it, because we kind of have all-in shard attacks to begin with. Like, if we had, like, a multi-attack build that wasn't really doing anything with its shards, this card would be amazing. But I don't think it does a lot for us. Oh my god. Power Overflowing B. Spend up to 5 shards. And then gain 2 permanent attack boosts for each one. Power Overflowing A, also pretty interesting. Changing the order such that you will, like, always have 1 shard to spend to gain a power. And what's interesting is, like, none of these have exhaust. So for, like, 1, you're increasing your shard cap, which would be, like, cool for our deck. But I don't think it's, like, worth it. I don't think it's worth it, like, spending all our shards. Shard pack, no. No thank you. Heat Distiller, gain a Serenity every 3rd turn. The next time you would gain any amount of heat, instead lose a Serenity. Or Sharp Edges, which isn't great. Or Stun Calibrator, after your first attack each turn, gain a stun charge. That's probably the most useful of these for us. Artifact. Every 5th time you attack, gain 1 of 8. Or Energy Refund. Every time you spend 3+ energy, gain an energy. Now, currently, that only refunds payback. This is the sort of thing that would be nice to know yesterday. But just that dilemma from that last fight of like wanting to play Payback and not being able to do it makes me want to do this. Let's do a boss. Okay. I mean, honestly, like, Payback and turn? Understandable. I suppose I will... I guess I should meteor right. Because that'll block the 3 damage. And then I'll gain a dodge and I'll shoot it. Should probably stun the 5 damage, because that's a lot. My next attack also stuns now. Shoot. Shoot again. It's probably fine to take 1 damage here because I'm only 1 off of my max, and if I am at full health, then I'm not taking advantage of nanofiber hulls, so I guess I'll shoot again. And then I just like pulse barrier. So I'll retaliate a little bit, gain some shard back. Draw some cards. Those are not great cards. Let's do the slug. Stop the big attack. The threatening 3, which I can technically block. So, oh, thought I had an energy left, but I don't. So I'm blocking that, but I think, given where we're at in the battle, I'd like to trade some capacity for temp shield so I can save that 3 shield for next turn, if for some reason I need it. But I should be able to take him out probably with all the bloodstone bolts in my deck. Stun source. Gain 1 stun charge every turn. Huh. I don't think that's extremely good. It's fun in that it costs 3. So we took an artifact that gets us a refund on playing it. I believe the way this works is that like we would get like the stun charge at the start of our turn, and then we could stun something, and then we have an artifact that makes our second attack stun something. It would be difficult for us to take advantage of that. I do technically think that Payback could combo with that on a turn where that's the damage we're intending to do, because it says the stun charge goes away at the start of next turn, so I think it would still be active when you fire your cannon, but that kind of takes specific positioning to be relevant. Like, they need to have something to the left of whatever your cannon is facing in order for your cannon to stun that thing before it hits you. And Stun Source Ace sounds funny. It's the only reliably playable version of the card. I mean, yeah, like, controlling what they can do is good, for sure. But it is a whole entire card that costs 3, and I'm not sure whether you appreciate how unwieldy that stun charge actually is. But think it's the kind of thing that's good against the final boss, which we're coming up on. I mean, 3's not right out, because we did take energy refund. So, like, technically, you play stun source and then get an energy back. So, like, you kind of have 4 energy. And we have some other things that, like, provide conditional energy, too. It's just not like a slant. Like, if it costs, like, 2, I think it'd be pretty easy. It kind of costs 2. There is a distinction. I'm just gonna take it and we'll see what happens. Rebound reagent. Once per combat, when you lose hull, immediately heal 1. Oh, that's fun. That doesn't do a lot when we start at full health, I think. Ooh, we can hold more shard. Wait, how is the thing phrased? Fill your shard to max at start of combat. So if we take shard collector, then we can start with 4 shard. That's the one where you heal when shooting. Well, okay, but here's the problem, right? So we are currently at full health. And we would use a bloodstone shard to deal 1 hull damage to ourselves. And then, because we lost hull, immediately we would heal 1. And then, by the effect of the card, we would heal 1. Now, I think it would save us using a shard. But, like, I think Rebound Reagent is only useful to us when we start at below full health. I legitimately think that Shard Collector does effectively the same thing, but is more flexible. Because we could just have more shard, and the shard heals you regardless. It's Dillion! The Crocodilian. So makes any multi-attack 1 damage. Just to be clear, that's like a once per battle effect. It's like the first time you take hull damage, you heal 1 immediately. It's not every time you take damage. That would be ridiculous. That would be very, very powerful. We meet again. We do? Revenge will be mine! It will? What did we do? I don't remember. What? I've never seen this guy. Look at this lad. Hey, anyone who's not like a Magic the Gathering keeper-upper with her, there's a word for that. The set that they're revealing cards for right now is called Bloomburrow. And it's like all cute animals. It's just cute animals, the set. It's very good. There's even like a major set mechanic that is called Offspring, where you can spend like a reduced cost to make a little baby copy of certain creatures, which are just smaller, cuter animals. It's also got like all of the best art from like the past 8 years of Magic or something. It's very good. Lauren's behind that. Now, what exactly do you mean Lauren's behind that? Just the very cute art? Because she's like art director, is that right? Pichu collect. It's kind of like baby Pokemon. You make like a 1/1 copy of the thing, so it's I mean, it's called Osprey. It's supposed to be a little baby. Now I suppose she would be behind a lot of that art then. So they just want to shoot my rock. I guess that's cool for them or whatever. So I'll like get some shield. Sit here? I mean, I guess I can counteract this thing that they're doing, whatever that is. So they'll only do half. Oh, it's going to expand the ship is what it does. That's very upsetting. Okay. So let's do Meteor left, which blocks the 3-shot. So we're taking 1 hit here. And so I think the interaction of our various artifacts is such that we use Bloodstone Bolt A, the effect doubles, we take a damage, deal 3, heal the damage. Then our second attack will have stun applied to it, and then we'll take a damage, deal 3, stun their ship expansion, heal again. Yes, good. Okay. Understood, confirmed, affirmative. Oh, hey, Katane, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Is the current temperature there even remotely tolerable? The longer this goes, it slowly becomes impossible. Kind of. There's like multiple different variations of enemy ship slowly becomes impossible to deal with in this game. They all feel pretty different though, which is impressive. I think I just want more shield right now. I suppose I'm probably fine to do a Bloodstone Bolt. I don't know that I want the other one. This was... I don't know. Alright, so they blew that up. Ooh, Stun Swords. Maybe it's good that we took Stun Swords. So... Oh, we actually have 4 energy this turn. I was gonna say, like, that would be really useful, and I think it is. So, the trick is that I want to play Crystal Shard to gain Shard resource so that I can Bloodstone Bolt twice, but that's not how those effects interact, because I will already have played a card that costs 0, so it won't double. Although, I guess in reality, that's 7... I think I do Crystal, draw 2 and gain Shard. That's good. I think I can kill them now that I have the extra Shard. So I just like manually... Birthday? What, did someone say birthday? I've been notified that no one actually said birthday. Instead, Katane said it is 112 degrees Fahrenheit and he is dead. That is, that's unfortunate, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I hope it's at least cooler inside there than it is here. It's down to 82. That's exciting for me. That's genuinely pretty low for 8 p.m. in this miserable apartment. So what was I doing? I just like fire another blood bolt and then shoot him? Yeah. Yeah, our build is like good against what they were doing, so that worked out. I don't think I need another blockout burner. The one has been good, but I don't ever feel like I need a second one. Block evolution, also kind of not it. Thermal battery is a little interesting. Now, thermal battery is a card that costs 0. Which means that if I play it first, then I could gain 2 heat and 2 energy. Which might be good. But a lot of the time, doesn't actually do anything. So I think I'm okay. It's something I might have considered a little more seriously if I found it earlier. What are daytime temps? It varies. It's been like 88 a lot. Like 87, I think, is like the afternoon indoor average temperature here lately. Is that enough words for that sentence? Give me a sec, I really badly need to blow my nose. That was unpleasant. I'm glad you didn't need to see that. So back to the game. Repair shop. I'm books! I could do an upgrade. This is already upgraded. So I could, like, upgrade Pulse Bearer, I guess, is, like, the last thing I particularly care. I could also do, like, Stun Shot can, like, do a damage. I think that's better than Stun Shot B, because I kind of already have, like, gain another Stun Charge effect. I could, like, up EMP Slug, but I don't even play that necessarily every time I get it. A lot of the stuff I got later on was, like, already upgraded. You know, maybe upgrading Block Shot's good, though. So both of the Pulse Bearers still, like, exhaust. Yeah, actually, I think upgrading Block Shot is probably the best thing. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would still like the 3 temporary shield. Final boss. Everyone be good while I'm gone. So this boss has missiles, so Medusa Field should be good against them, even though I don't have a lot of missiles. I mean, probably like Payback, which gives me an energy. Kind of have to move one direction or the other, or Payback doesn't do anything. I don't love the positioning of cannon number 5. I like cannon number 5 a lot less than Mambo number 5. Which is my favorite of the 8 Mambos of Legend. Yeah, I find myself not immediately knowing what the smart thing to do here is. I think it's probably like move right 1. Then the 5 damage doesn't hit me directly. They blow up this rock. It's rough because I'd kind of like to use a shard on something before they blow up the meteor. I don't think there's a good way to do that, because I'd kind of have to, like, Mage Hand to blow up the rock myself, but then I wouldn't, like, really, like, I'd just be, like, taking more damage. It just seems bad. So, I think we, like, move right, Payback, do nothing? Like, that kind of sucks. But the alternatives, like, don't make very much sense. I can, like, Mage Hand to blow up the rock, and give me, like, a shield, but I don't even have more shield capacity. I think I'm just gonna waste this first turn and be unhappy about it. I think I'd probably rather double Blood Bolt than double Shard, since I'm at max Shard capacity. So now that I've done that, gain a shard, draw block. Let's do block shot and block, and I got more block, but I can't play. Don't trash me. I'm the boost. Huh. This might actually be a reasonable turn to play Stun Source A, which I'm still not convinced is any good at all for us. So if I play that, I go down to 1 but gain energy back, so I have 2. Yeah, I don't actually think Stun Source is very good in this deck, but here we are anyway. So I played that. I think we'll do copy Bloodstone because somehow we're at full shard. I'm genuinely not sure how that math works out. And then, like, Slug or, like, Dodge Barrier? Probably Slug because we're facing an armored bit, so, like, payback isn't very good. Look at all this stuff on the bottom of my ship. Worked through most of their shields. I will say, I actually don't remember the wording on the artifact that makes your, like, cannon attacks piercing. That might also be, like, the first one each turn or something like that. If it was all of them, it'd be good with payback. I don't think that's true, though. So, big missile, pretty much either way I go big missile. So, definitely gonna want to, like, block shot. That sort of offsets a big missile. Oh, wait a minute. I was like, I could play Medusa Field to have some block, which I could do, but then stops the missiles from being missiles, which is also quite good. So let's do Bloodstone. Now, health is a resource, and we do have a thing in our deck that we have yet to play that heals us for 2 damage, and also this is the last battle. So, these things being true, I think I'm going to fire off a couple Bloodstones. And do another damage. And then I guess I might as well play the heatsink to reduce my heat. Yeah. Thanks, Demolition. My parents are currently doing house-related stuff in Florida. I think they're having a bad day. I don't have the full update, but I got an update in the middle of the day, and it wasn't a good one. Unfortunately. If I do Bloodstone Bolt A, I will take a for sure damage off of that. But I will stun the main cannon, which is probably fine. It's interesting how much more useful it is to have like 1 billion Bloodstone shards when you don't care about your future health. Trash. And what do I want? Dodge? I probably don't want a meteor. Yeah, dodge, I guess. So I can hit once and fire back at their weak spot for some bonus. Let's start with Crystal Shard. Well, the order of operations here is obviously threatening like a lot of damage, which I don't care for. So I already duplicated Shard. So it's probably like... Bloodstone, Bolt, Mage Hand, Pulse Barrier. Stun Shot? Just saying words. Pretty sure I want this. That stops missile. Then I can move left, so I'm not getting hit by the big 4. So I do have stun, so I don't really need to spend Stun Shot itself, I guess. Since I'm not taking the 4, it's probably fine. Well, it's kind of a better return. I guess it depends on what my goal is, as to whether I'd rather spend the shard on Mage Hand or Bloodstone Bolt. I think we're healthy enough that I would rather get extra damage off Mage Hand. and take the damage myself, and then I'm gonna pulse barrier. So I'm gonna take 2 damage to my shield and fire back, and I don't really want to move. Got some trash. This is an awkward draw, specifically given where I'm positioned. If I was facing their big giant laser with my cannon, it would actually be really good for me, because I could, like, incidentally, like, stun with block shot and then move and stun one of the cannons. I think this is fine. I mean, the 5's not hitting me. Maybe I want it to? Maybe I want it to. So they can threaten 7. I can generate, like, 3 extra shield if I do double block shot beam. Although if I move, I would disable it anyway. It's weird. I'm trying to get hit more, and it's actually hard to do. I think I'd rather just face the big cannon for the sake of doing more damage. So, like, that stuns that, and its weak spot there. Currently at 9, so I can spend my 2 remaining energy to slug. I guess this isn't the double type of weakness. This is just 1 more damage. So I'll just, like, block shot trash. Trash is probably largely unnecessary. So I think I just killed him with Bloodstone Bolt. I did a lot of damage to myself. But it's fine, because health is a resource. You are growing stronger. Who shall it be this time? Oh, that's right. Books doesn't have any memories, because they're just along for the ride. I don't really want to be around the flashing. How about Drake, I guess? Hey, so, this time loop. It's because of Dizzy's dumb science project, right? You are not blameless. Well, I've forgiven myself for whatever I did. Not that I really remember what I did. You are about to.
It's somewhat effective!
It's our last Drake. Well, I've done none Dizzy, huh? It'd probably behoove me to pay attention to this sort of thing. T-minus 8 minutes? 8 minutes before the thing happened? G72 Artemis requesting docking permission. Copy that. We've got 3.2 tons of radioactive waste for you this time. Proceed to reactor exhaust port B. Copy that. Repositioning. Over. Alright, here's our chance. Shh. What if they just saw you? Stay out of the comms camera. Focus. According to the schematic, that exhaust port leads directly to the core. Blink. Cobalt, we are docked. Over. Copy that. Beginning transfer. It'll take him a while. What now? What are you waiting for? Get in there, champ. All right, suiting up. Hello, does the radio work? Loud and clear. What do you see? You were right. It leads straight to the core. Is the crystal exposed? Yeah, it's big and shiny. What's that? They're powering up the core. It's supposed to be inactive right now. Hurry up, your suit has a chisel in the pocket. Use it to break off a chunk of the crystal. Okay. I know, the suit is very cute. It's a cute suit. Got it. Alright, get out of there. Wow, it's getting really bright in here. Briggs, get moving. T-minus 0 seconds. The literal incident. Cool. Alright, so we got the Tiderunner. I don't know what it do. Is this thing functional in space? It's surprisingly nimble for something made of dead trees. Tiderunner. Immediately after you play the left or rightmost card in your hand, move left or right one. Oh my god. Mooring light. At the start of combat, add anchor to your draw pile. Anchor. Your ship cannot move if this card is in your hand. What is it? What is this ship? What is it? And then in addition to the weird stuff, it gains an evade and a shield like normal. Well, that seems awful. That seems just terrible. I feel like I need to have Dizzy, because I apparently have none Dizzy memories. Hold on, let me check the codex for progress? How do I look at the memories that are unlocked? I have a surprisingly even distribution among most of the characters, except Books, who I recently got, and Max, who I have not historically liked very much. There's gotta... Shouldn't one of these tell me what memories exist? The Engi B... I don't think I remember the specifics of the FTL ships enough to answer that. What does the one you're thinking of do? There's still some character I don't have. Let's take Max and Dizzy, and... Who do you want? Chat? Who do you like? Okay, loop number 13. Let's hope so. I feel like Tiderunner needs a lot of luck. Books? Books. I figured it would be Books. Books it is. Choose an option. Gain a random rare card. Upgrade a card. Isn't these like a super good upgrade? Nah. Give me a random rare card. Save state. Save your current position to a load state. Load state. Move to where you used save state. Okay. I guess I'll take it. Max, wake up. I don't remember what voice I was doing for Max. It's been a really long time since I did this. Yes, wind crystal, basically. Sure. Oh no, I kind of remember. I want you to know I used the password you gave me. I've been analyzing my source code, and I think I finally know what I am. Yeah? Yes. Well, what are you? I can't tell you yet. Okay. But I know what I must do. Is it gonna be cool? Extremely. Seth. Dope. Now, I wonder, actually, how save state and anchor interact. Because load state does say move to where you use save state. So, if I play save state, it will make me move. No, it won't, because anchor is in my hand. Okay. So if I play anchor and then save state, then I move one. And the load state goes right in my hand. Interesting. I have none shard with left beef, so I shoot for 1 damage and turn endo. Play your leftmost card for free, then exhaust it. God, now I remember why I don't play Max. Most useless load state. I mean, here's the problem. Does it indicate? It really doesn't tell me. Oh, interesting. Instantly move 1 spaces to the right. Okay. That's really a weird way of handling that. I kind of thought it would somehow save your position relative to the other ship, but if it's kind of just remembering how far away you were when you played the card, it doesn't seem as cool as I want it to. It's not exactly bad, but it's not as cool as I want. Man, this ship seems like a real pain. I mean, basic shot. Oh, right, that was my rightmost card, obviously. Wow, yeah, load state's kind of a... because it just stays on the left, so it's really bad with this ship, it turns out. I don't know, brother. This isn't gonna be good. This whole run feels immediately cursed. Guess I'll just block and then block again and move to the right. Yeah, that's... Oh, good. Anchor's back. What actually causes Anchor to show up again? At the start of combat. Right, but I played it. Isn't the ghost symbol at the end of combat? Man. Left one. So here's what I don't understand, and maybe we're testing early. Because load state is my leftmost card, I guess what this is saying is that the Windrunner effect applies before the card that you play. So when it comes to load state, I would move left and then move wherever I was, which in this case is left. So if I play load state, it just moves me to the left and then moves me 0. And here we are. God, this deck is horrible. Let me just crystal shard out of the... All right, I have anchor still. Cool. Play anchor. And then block out of the way. These max cards are abysmal. I have like all of my attacks now, so I guess I'll load state, and then like mage, and then basic shot. All right, now it's not in range anymore because I moved. I don't like this ship. There's a lot of effort to get this ship, and I don't like it at all. I do not like it. So let's basic block, and then... Oh, I guess I can reverse hand to, like, move stuff where it belongs. I don't know. Reroll. And then shoot, I guess. I don't know. The fact that they can gain shields is, like, really bad for me. I'll just sit here, I guess. Just, like, attack, attack. Dodge. So let's do block. Crystal shard. Basic shot. Can't really play basic dodge. Not clear to me if playing admin deploy triggers the playing leftmost card move left ability. I think I just pass though. Really don't like Max's starting cards. They're very annoying. Guess I'm fine being anchored right now. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Turn endo. Uh-huh. So, like... Reroll. Shoot. can't really play block shot, which is unfortunate. Guess I might as well pass. Shoot, dodge. Let's do crystal shard. Let's do mage hand. Let's do block shot. And then basic shot. We will eventually defeat this enemy. We may be here a while. Like, shoot, dodge, pass? Does none of my other cards do anything? I don't actually remember seeing the number 8 on an intended damage marker before. I'm gonna have to play that anchor this turn, huh? So we'll do this before playing the anchor, though. Play the anchor, move left 1. So that save state exhausts itself, huh? Interesting. Really only just noticing that it never came back around. Okay. Turn an exhausted card to your hand. Can be good. Escape artist. Draw 1. Shuffle your hand. Immediately after you play the left or rightmost card in your hand, move left or right 2. Sure feels like this ship was built for Max in a way that I don't like at all. Shuffle shot seems surprisingly good because of our terrible ship. I choose you. Probably just the path of most resistance. Another drone ship incoming, but this one looks different. Destroy all robots in sector M. Robot. Destroy all robots in sector. What is this? Dual drone shoots a 1 damage shot once per turn at the enemy, then another at you. Okay. So, like, shoot, which moves me. No, they also have gaps in their ship. It's kind of just, like, bad for me, huh? It's like, reroll? I guess, like, dodge? Yeah, well, I guess block, I don't know. Right. Well, I haven't played against this enemy before. They're very annoying. What happens when admin deploy is your leftmost card? Let's do... I think we'd like to do, like, left save state? And then, like, shuffle, shield surge. So these don't hit me, one of them hits them. And then they hit me for blocked damage. Where the ship is hit, it shoots a 1 damage attack. Oh, God, this ship is ridiculously annoying. Alright, so I have anchor. There's, like, no way that I can position myself so that I can hit them without taking, like, retaliation damage. How do I not have any regular move? Shouldn't I have regular move? What have I been doing? Crystal. Draw something. Dodge. Pass? Alright, 2 of those hit me. Keep thinking that, like, when I start the turn safe from them, that I'll just remain safe from them. That's not it. God, I hate this ship. The ship is so bad and annoying. You just have to think about it. Like, this ship plus this is awful. Like, I don't know how to, like, if you don't see this fight and understand how maddening this is, I'm not sure I know how to explain it to you. But basically, like, you have to care so hard about the positioning of everything, and it's, like, never made less sense where anything was or why.
Picture an egg.
Like, I just, like, none of this does anything, man. God, that shuffle was awful, too, just for fun. And then I suppose I want to shield, so now I'm taking 1 damage, but I have temporary shield, and they're taking 1 whole damage. Boy, oh boy. Anchor, cool. So my load state is apparently here, which actually could be useful. Let's block our way to the right. And then I guess all of our attacks cost a bunch, huh? Which, I mean, 1, and it took me all my energy to get this far. So I guess I will Mage Hand? And then leave? So now I'm taking 1 and they're taking 1, but I'm not in the line of fire. Okay. Dodge. Shoot. Zircon Zip. Move 1 in the direction of your choosing. Then spend shard to gain evasion. Math.max. Draw 10 cards. Draw 2 less cards next turn. Is this... This is not a math deck. Frankly, this is not a good deck at all. Skip. Question mark. Whoa, vertigo. Ah, you all again. An extraplanar being. Neat. What do you value most? I get, like, 1 cool boost. Probably not healing. Damage could be good. Evade also could be good. Because we will frequently not be where we want to go. However, I think I would rather have the damage to just end a fight I don't want to do anymore. Let's do some kind of upgrade. Can I upgrade the weird card I just got? I cannot. So what does stuff do? I can make Shuffle Shot do another damage. I can make Save State cost 0 or be redrawable. I don't know if this card is good at all. Reroll. So I can have reroll reverse hand and gain temp shield, or shuffle hand and gain permanent shield. Admin deploy B is like a lot better than admin deploy. Should probably just do that on principle of the card being remotely usable. It really sucks right now. This also is nice to have early because it does incentivize you to take big stupid cards, which we don't currently have, but if we see them, we could take them. What's up, nerds? I'm trying to save the universe, I think. How tedious. I don't know, man. Shoot. Reroll. Block. If I spend my movement, I can avoid taking the burn status, but I don't actually think I care that much. It can build up, but by default, I don't know. Okay, so anchor away. This doesn't appear to be... What is the order of move on Windjam? Before, it felt like it was showing me that I would move first as like part of the card text, but now it's not saying that at all. But that should be true here. So it's shot and then move, which is not how that seemed to apply last time. I don't know if there was some other thing that I don't know about factoring in before. Good God, this is going to be miserable. This ship is so bad. I hate this ship so much. Alright, unpolished crystal. Cool, I guess. I mean, I kind of want to play it, but it's my rightmost card, which means I will take damage again. Fighting against small ships with this ship really sucks. I think I've mostly been doing that so far. Oh God, save me from this. It's also, like, unclear how exactly the order of operations with saving state works when playing your card moves your ship. Like, this is just, like, such, like, a unwelcome mind bend at this point in my life. I guess I could, like, just fire twice for no value other than moving out of the way of their attacks. I mean, it just kind of sucks here. Oh, man. Really don't like this ship at all. Guess I'll shoot you. Guess I'll admin deploy shield surge. Oh, that did move me twice. I didn't know if it would, but it did. So the admin deploys my leftmost card, so it counted playing that, and then it played the new leftmost card in my hand, and it counted that as moving left twice. Incidentally, I hate this ship, like, a lot. I don't think I mentioned that, but it is true. The cards kind of don't do anything, so I guess I'll just block. Alright, draw something new. Shield surge. So, my recent experimentation has implied that card effect and then move, even though I swear the first time it was move and then card effect. So I could, like, save state and then, like, lock shot. And then, like, oh no, wait. And then it's kind of tough to avoid a full hit here, huh? I can avoid the damage, but not the status. So I can save and then, like, shoot twice. Yeah, card effect and then move. Okay. I guess I'll lock shot. Shot? Choose a card in your hand and play. Spoiler, all of my cards are bad. So I guess if I do like admin deploy, I don't think I actually wanted to do this. I was trying to get around. Man, I just play basic block. I need to move, I guess. Oh, nope, not what I wanted. Guess I'll just move. Boy, I like really can't overstate how not fun this ship is to play. I don't know if part of it is the combination with Max and like moving cards around, which should be helpful, but like a lot of those cards just like aren't intuitive or particularly like fun in their own right. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I'm not trying to harsh on Max as a character, even though I don't like them particularly much. But, like, literally look at this basic card for Max. Its effect is spend 1 energy, change the order of cards in your hand, gain temporary block. I mean, it's reasonably costed in that, like, 2 temporary block is, like, pretty good. But, like, it also, like, flips my cards around, which can do, like, bad stuff. And it's not like inherently in most cases the order of cards in your hand is like super critical. With Max there are effects that can do that, and with the ship certainly. But like in and of itself you're not excited to like pay 1 energy, like reorder cards in your hand. Move left 1 to where you used save state. I think I want that. Or I guess I could re-roll. No, I think I actually want load. And then I want, like... shoot. Oh, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. I could blow him up, but I won't do it. God, this is taking forever. Draw a new card. Oh, it's not an attack. What happens when anchor is the left or rightmost card in your hand? Card effect and then move. So I would move left. Yeah? Yeah. And then like shuffle shot to move more. And then, like, I don't know, I guess I might as well, like, deploy Shield Surge to not get hit. Double move. Oh, jeez. I don't like using that basic shot that way. But if I lock shot and then mage hand, I could be done with this battle finally. Please no more small ships. Oh, catch. I forgot about catch. I mean, I feel like, listen, I know we just played with payback. I don't think we had a deck that was extremely focused on payback. This ship sucks so much. If I can offset how much it sucks to constantly accidentally get shot at, I feel like it's just a smart thing to do. Our Max's and Dizzy's thing. So Dizzy is like the shield operator. His cards are mostly focused on like gaining shield and caring about blocking or like gaining shield when you attack and things like that. Max is I think Max is described as being like a hacker, but like a gambler also. Like Max deals a lot with exhaust cards and hand position, and there's some, I think they're rare, but I think there are cards that are like literally just chance based. I mostly don't like Max, to be honest. Max might be my least favorite character mechanically. I know someone asked me about this, but it's been a while since I played with Max. As much as I don't like Isaac, I feel like Isaac kind of breaks even in a vacuum, whereas like Max actively, like his basic cards are stuff I don't want in my deck. I'm gonna take the payback, I think. We gain +2 max shield on pickup. I could probably use that. I'm absolutely not taking more cards that make it hard to figure out when I'm sequencing cards on my turn. That sounds terrible. Heal booster's okay. I think shield reserves is good, especially with payback, to just have more shield capacity. Let's take an artifact. We can remove more cards at repair yard. We can just remove all of Max's cards forever. Isaac is your least favorite character mechanically, Neko. I think that's fair. I think it's pretty defensible. Because even though, like, doing engineering-based stuff sounds really cool, in practice it's usually not super exciting. But Isaac is very cute. Target practice. No, that's an interesting attack strategy you've chosen. I guess I'll just shoot you twice. Guess I could have gained block there. Huh. Oh, God. This ship sucks. It's like a basic turn you have to think so hard about. So if I was to play just the 3 leftmost cards in my hand, that would put me like 1, 2, 3. So I would not take damage from these, but then I'd be taking damage on my far right from this, which is like probably fine. I would also have a temp shield, so like would at least make use of that. This map doesn't appear to have worked out the way I wanted it to. Yeah. I mean, I can spend that move I gained to fix it. Really nice to shoot here, huh? Guess I didn't need to move because I had 2 temp shield, which for some reason I wasn't expecting. I think Jumbo's trying to compensate with that ship. It's possible. Payback is pretty fun when the opponent is trying to like multi-shoot you and you have enough shield to defend it. You gotta upgrade this payback. I forgot that basic one gives you 1 shield, which is so depressing. Unfortunately, I can't like also try to move my cannon to a better position, but like this is probably a good turn for now. Yeah, take it. Taste the pain. This hand is bad, and it sucks, and it should feel bad. I mean, I guess I just, like, gain some block and dodge. And then, like, I don't want any of this. I would like to block more. I'm not going to block more. This is fine, actually, I think, to Tambien. So if I, like, shuffle shot? Darn. I was kind of hoping basic shot would end up in the middle, but it got shuffled to the other bad position it could be in. I mean, I suppose I could save state. No, I could basic shot and then save state and end up where I want to be. Because effect and then move. So now my cannon is still opposite their weak spot. Okay, good. Let's do just like all the cards I want are in the middle, so I can just move to where I want. Well, where do I want to be then? Kind of thought that I wanted to be opposite the weak spot. But if that happens, then I'm not taking... No, I would be able to take damage from the other side if I move over. So that's fine. Move right 1, shoot weak spot, gain shield, gain 2 shield. Now they shoot me 3 times and I shoot them for like 6. Yeah, Payback makes this much more palatable. Oh, it's Medusa Field. I really like this card. It's very dumb. Okay, here's another max card. Dice roll. Discard 2 random cards. Attack for 1. Does this eventually discard itself? Swizzle shift. Move left 2. Spend a shard. Gain 2 shard. I mean, I'm taking Medusa Field. It's like block. It's like a basic block with the upside of, like, messing with missile ships, which can be really annoying. So, I'm definitely a big fan of that. Photon Condenser. All of Dizzy's card attacks deal +1 damage. Piercer. First attack each turn pierces. Sticky Knife. Choose a card that does not retain in your deck, and it now retains. I don't think I want that right now. That could definitely be useful later, but like... I mean, I guess I could put it on like Ephemeral Blast, so that I just always have it in hand for if I need to deal 7 damage right now. It's not the worst thing I can imagine. I kind of feel like Piercer is better for me. Because it's so hard to position myself, if I end up, like, stuck against, like, armored stuff. I think I'd rather have some piercing. I'm not sure that I plan to be doing enough actual Dizzy attacks for the Dizzy bonus to be super useful. I could, but based on what I have now, I'm not sure it's likely. So, like... Hold on. I'm gonna be clever. Maybe. No, that wouldn't be clever. I was thinking of basic shot to move left, basic shot which is in the middle, and then basic dodge. That'll move me back here, where I'm taking damage. So the clever thing is instead to basic shot in the middle, and then basic shot to move left, and then I guess basic block over basic dodge, because I don't want to move in the laser pad. This hand sucks. This hand is such bad. What is the status effect on this thing? Gives me like garbage cards or something. That hand is so bad. Like, literally this hand does almost nothing. I could just, like, save state. That's about it. Yeah, literal trash. Hate to see it. Admin deploy B. On payback. Neither of those was on an edge of my hand. Lock shot. Unpolished crystal. I would like to play that crystal. If I do, I will take damage to my shields. So I guess I won't do that, regrettably. Very cool hand. Proud of you. Like basic shot trash? Which is my morning affirmation. I look in the mirror and I say that to myself. I just hate it here, like a lot. So if I move 2, I think that's like a thing I want. Trash. Lock shot. And then I can like crystal shard into block. I kind of just don't love how much damage they're threatening to do to me, and they always have full shield. I mean, they're gonna shield again. So, like... God, this is such a bad matchup for me. It's also kind of problematic that, like, both of their cannons are in the middle, such that they can only hit me like directly on my cannon, which is fine, or over here where like I can't possibly hit them with retaliate. Like, it's actually pretty awkward. So like I think I'm supposed to move left 1 and then like shuffle, probably shield surge, and then basic shot, and now I will take a bunch of damage to my shield and hit them like a little bit. And now I have none attacks, which is so good for me. So I guess I'll just randomly block a bunch. I love how I'm never doing damage on the turn where they're not attacking me. I love that that's always what my draw looks like. I mean, mage hand to clear the shield. Trash. Probably block oh no, I thought I had one more. Never mind. Okay, they're out of shield. My entire hand is trash. Not figuratively, mind you. Literally. Draw something. God. Okay, well, I'm taking out the trash. How much trash is left in my deck? Still 4, unbelievably. And that's before we add 3 more. I do hate it here. Yeah. So, guess I have to spend a move again, because my leftmost card is an attack that won't hit them if I don't move first. So, shoot. Crash. I mean, do I want to take like a lot of damage, actually? I think I'm just gonna blast them. Big shield. Rage gives them power and stuns them. I don't want to increase their killing power. In fact, I don't think I want any of these. Big shield B is very fun. Do I want big shield? It's like another card that like admin deploy is good with. No, I should have given retain to admin deploy. Hey, Ditto, welcome to the stream. I don't know how much longer we're going, but we're playing some Cobalt Core. We have unlocked... Wait for it. I'm just gonna skip this. Yeah, I guess you could see it already. The, like, wind jammer. It's terrible. This ship is so bad. Right, I can remove 2 cards. Oh, I need to upgrade payback like Bad Hag. Make it the one that I can afford that gives me more shield. Although, I could make it payback B, which would make it easier to kill stuff, but gives me less shield and can literally only play it if I draw admin deploy, which probably is bad. I would kind of like to do that, but that's not where we're at. Listen. Alright, payback and chill. What did I move? Was payback the rightmost card in my hand? I didn't think it was, but I moved, and I didn't expect to. I have none shard. I can... I mean, I can sort of tank a hit here and just, like, play all my middle cards. That seems fine. Oh no, I shuffled my anchor. Ship is challenging. That feels like so generous. I feel like there aren't enough swears in that sentence for me to completely endorse it. I really dislike the ship a lot. I mean, payback happens to be really good against this boss, which is cool for me. Oh, also, to start the run, we took a random rare card, which is save state, which just makes me want to die in conjunction with the ship. Can't figure it out at all. None of this seems particularly good, honestly. Let's get like a bunch of shield. Can't really take more than 2 hits. So I guess I'll take 2 hits. I mean, if I do reroll, then I get to keep all of my blue shield. So, sure. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've been around since we got books. It was relatively recently that we got books. Books is pretty interesting. Books is probably not my favorite in terms of mechanics, but Books is great. Really, like, never have shard in this build. Previously, we had, like, start every battle with 4 shard and, like, 4 copies of the 0 cost deal 3 damage attack that, like, damages you once but heals you if you have shard. Like Bloodstone Barrage or something. Oh, thank you, Ditto. I mean, currently I'm locked in conditional approval on my mortgage, which makes me stressed and deeply unhappy. I'm waiting on the current owner of the house to, like, do some stuff so that the insurers will be like, yeah, we can insure that house now. It's been, like, 14 days since that process started. Not enjoying that. It's so funny. I was, like, talking to my realtor today because I keep having to remind her how essentially important it is that, like, this thing get done. Because, like, I literally don't have mortgage approval until it gets done. And she's like, oh, wow. So you have, like, conditional approval and you don't have to do anything other than the insurance? I'm like, yes, which is why I need you to do the insurance. Please make it happen. And stop just texting me that you're sending emails. Like, actually make it happen, please. You realize that you don't get paid until this thing is done, right? What do I want here? Nothing? Is the answer nothing? Probably, like, re-roll block shot shuffle so that the shuffle doesn't goof me because I want to balance my movement correctly. But yeah, in theory, we're, like, most of the way towards me having a house I'm pretty excited about. I would just like that percentage to be, like, 100% there So that all I have to worry about are the technicalities of closing and not whether I'm actually going to have home insurance and as a result, a house. Right, shuffle also shuffles. Isn't that interesting? Well. I guess it is technically correct in light of the reality of reality that I should shuffle shot first so that there's a chance that the block shot goes in the middle, which it won't, but it would be good if it did. It didn't, but it would have been good if it did. I'm just gonna shoot Scoot. Do I want to move? Yes. I would have to anchor, crystal, then probably basic block. No, I could shield surge. So if I just did crystal as movement, that would mean I'd be taking 2 hits and the shield surge would block this. That sounds good, I think. Because I can't really play that card. I don't like this ship. I don't think I mentioned that. So now, threatening like 4 damage, which is kind of a lot of damage. But it deals 3 back to them. So probably, like, basic shot, Medusa field, shield surge? Is it better for me if I move over 1 in either direction? No. It's basically always the same? Yeah, I think it's basically always the same exact amount of damage. So, like... basic shot... Medusa field... shield surge should move me so that I'm not taking 2. I guess it's technically less damage with the same number of hits, which is ideal. Interesting strategy. This is kind of a combo. Leftmost crystal shard to gain a shard. Oh, now Mage Hand isn't the rightmost card, is it? I guess I will, like, lock shot Mage Hand. I'm taking 2, which is the maximum good number of damages. Save state. Save state is a cool idea that feels like it doesn't function the way I want it to function by the nature of this game, and also how it tracks the save state. So I could anchor to move left 1. I think that's good. I could anchor to move left 1 and then undo it with save state, which limits my options. I feel like we're pretty much just like shuffle shot blocking this turn, which like is really bad, but this ship is bad and our deck is bad and I should feel bad. Someone took more damage than I was expecting there. It's fine. That also means that they took more damage. I didn't actually take whole damage. Got better. What does this thing do again? Oh, it's a status that gives you shard every turn. That might actually be good here. It hasn't been good. Are you kidding me? I don't want another save state. Goon. Definitely don't want stun source at 4. Sure, let's take Quantum Quarry, because I don't really think I want to put like a bunch of shards in my deck, but it would be good to have shards so that I could do anything. Flow state. Draw one fewer card per turn. First 3 times you play a card each turn, draw a card. Pick up, remove 3 cards. Is that something I want? What would I remove? Quantum Core upgrades are kind of interesting. Either make it retain so you can play it when you have the energy for it, and then it immediately gives you 2 shards. Or you could make it so you get, I guess that's just 1 extra shard capacity. That's not 1 per turn. Which is like a little interesting, but less interesting than I thought it was. So I was gonna remove 2 cards. I think they'd be like basic shot, basic shot. No, it's like 3 cards, isn't it? Because this is the artifact. Yeah. Basic shot, save state? Like, I guess I could get rid of unpolished crystal. The fact that it, like, puts it on the right can be really problematic. Makes it so, like, you sometimes, like, can't even get the shard resource. So, like, I think maybe the idea is that I would rely on Quantum Quarry for all shards. I don't know that that's a great idea, but currently I only have 1 thing that uses shards, and with just the unpolished crystal, I've been, like, essentially unable to play it reliably. Whatever, this sounds fun. Remove shot. Remove shot. Remove unpolished crystal. Cat, I've been analyzing these crystals some more. And? They resonate at the same frequency as the cosmic background radiation of this pocket universe. In each loop, that frequency is increasing exponentially. Is that good or bad? I don't know. But it suggests that these loops aren't infinite. They have to have an end. Okay. Do you need to hold that crystal while explaining this? Yes. Very good. Let's do 1 more battle so that we can see the map, and we'll start tomorrow there, I think. God, I hate this shit. It says, I've been playing a Darkest Dungeon clone that someone at my LGS made with a friend. It's really cool for a small passion project. One of the changes they made is that instead of dying, your character gets kidnapped. You can do missions to rescue them. They can come back with a bunch of negative quirks. Well, that's kind of an interesting idea. I don't know that I think that's necessarily better or worse, but that's very interesting. It's not extremely dissimilar to the, like, very rare event where, like, one of your fallen heroes can come back. Which, I want to say famously happened during my run, but I never finished uploading all of the Darkest Dungeon episodes. I don't even remember which hard drive the last of them are on. Should do that someday. Probably gotta do, like... Oh, jeez. I guess if I remove anchor, I can, like, just move out of the way of the 3 damage. I think I kind of have to, like, Quantum Quarry. Hey, stop. I gotta pay back and move to the right. Thanks. Okay, now I'll deal with your nonsense. Boy. This really sucks, huh? So, if the main cannon is ever targeting the left half of my ship, then I don't get payback damage? I don't remember this being such a problem ever before. Effect first, huh? Okay, hold on. Move. Actually move. Shuffle shot. Block shot? Oh, that's right. The first attack did piercing. I was confused for a second. Oh man. I really don't like this ship at all. I think I want to do Mage Hand, then Anchor, then Medusa Field. Unless, do I actually want to not move? Maybe I want to not move. Because if their cannon hits my cannon, I actually shoot them back. So I guess I just do like Mage Hand, Shield Surge, so that I preserve one regular shield. Man, keep drawing that anchor, huh? Anchor, reroll, Mage Hand. No, that'll shoot nothing. I think like Anchor, like admin deploy shield surge. Like I don't know. None of this matters. Hey, you missed, pal. So, I could save state so that my cannon is in range. Guess I'll do that. We should have gotten rid of save state. The card is not good. So now I want to shoot and then shuffle. Right now, load state is here forever. Don't forget, load state is here forever. It's like basic dodge. So that I can like move where I want. And then like block shot, shuffle shot. Yeah, it's probably bad of me to lean so far into payback when payback doesn't work on this enemy at all, but I didn't know this was coming, so it's not like 100% my fault. I don't know, man. Reroll? No, that didn't do what I wanted. Anchor. Honestly, I think I'm supposed to load state now, which is fine. At least it gets rid of load state. This is with the help of one of the other guys. I've gotten like 7 people into Japanese Mahjong, and we have a permanent table set up at the store. This probably isn't gonna get me the answer I want. What's the difference between Chinese and Japanese Mahjong? Like, traditional Mahjong is Chinese, right? Nicholas says there's a weird brand of t-shirts that keeps getting advertised to me on Facebook. They're motivational shirts seemingly made with millennials in mind. Like one has a pigeon that says, "I may be dumb." Another has a photo of a screaming possum with a text that says, "Anxiety," under some Japanese text. They all look so serious. I appreciate the vibe. There's definitely a good chance that that is AI generated to some extent. The t-shirt market online is very weird like that. I would like for you to stop shooting, like threatening me with all the damage. Okay, hold on. Anchor. Reroll. Really kind of hoping that the shuffle shot would move to the left. Since I can't hit them from here, I guess I'll block dodge. Well, just because the t-shirt is AI generated doesn't mean it's not a real shirt. It's just, it's sort of why those ads happen, and why sometimes you'll see like weird ads where like a celebrity is wearing a t-shirt that like they wouldn't. Dodge. I don't know, like right, piercing. I don't actually think it's in my best interest to play the block shot, although I would like to. Anchor, you're just really harshing my vibe so bad. I'm gonna like block and then reroll dodge. Anyone else sick of this maneuver or just me? Okay, hold on. Basic dodge. Piercing shuffle shot. Thank God. Oh, crap. Decisions. Worm B. Gain a shield. Add a temp Worm B to your discard pile. The temp Worm B also adds Worm B. I think that's bad. Wait, is it? Maybe it's not bad. I mean, it's probably really bad with the ship, where even if you could play all your zero-cost cards, you'll just floop all over the place. I don't think I want that. Like, that could be fun, but with this ship in particular, I feel like I can't even. Spacer B, draw a card, move left 1. I mean, also seems really difficult to comprehend with this ship. I don't think I want any of these. I don't think I mostly want any of Max's cards. This feels like a big chunky galaxy with extra spaces. Those legs reach all the way to the ground. Alright, I'm gonna say home screen. Home scene is more accurate. I'm gonna say that we pick up from there tomorrow. I think the goal will be to try and finish this run with the weird ship, and then, like, just let you guys pick something to do. Hopefully finish the stream. Again, because of the move and the intense amount of stuff to do before the move to make a cross-country move happen, it is seeming very likely that tomorrow's stream may be the last one before I am in a different state. I may find myself in a position to try and do one more, but I think that unless otherwise specified, we're gonna say that tomorrow is probably the intended last stream, and I'll let you all know on the Discord if that changes, but that feels... it just feels really optimistic right now. In a way that, like, I'm not sure I can believe in. To answer my question, Ditto said, Mahjong started in China, but there are many variants, even within China. I described Japanese Rishi Mahjong. It's a lot more disciplined and requires a little more thinking. As expected, that didn't give me the answer I wanted, which isn't your fault. It's just that I don't think I know enough about Mahjong to get the answer I want. Yeah, I've hidden a Squirtle somewhere around here. Yeah, as is tradition, if you're able to locate a secret Squirtle, it will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days. So, before we round out the stream, see if you can indicate behind which one of these mostly holiday-related characters there may be a Squirtle. Do you like coughing with Neko's extremely tiny pirate hat? Because I do. Hide the Halloween one. Is that... do you mean this one? There's a few. So we got like a spooky ghost and a candy corn. And I think this cat dressed as a giraffe is also supposed to be Halloween, but it might just be an animal enthusiast or the cat's pajamas. And then we have this guy. One in the front. Cool. Got a coughing guess.
Giraffe.
It's like gin rummy with a small amount of poker. My guess was so spot on of, like, no matter how good a job you do at this, I just don't know enough about Mahjong. I know a little about Mahjong. Not very much. I have saved a special friend for tomorrow, so if you join tomorrow, you will see that. I'm excited for it. Let's take a look. So, we got, I think 2 guesses for... Bat Jack-o'-lantern, and coughing, and Sandshrew. Great, these are good guesses. Let's start. Sandshrew. Sandshrew is standing atop a different Halloween friend. I don't want to take them out of the way because I think they might be structurally integral. However, that friend is also a basket with a Squirtle in it. We had... We can get this. So, Coffin. He's hiding this friend. I got this for my birthday. This Alolan Vulpix. Might not be the same as the Vulpix you remember, but it's just as cute. Because, I mean, it's still Vulpix. She's very good. She's very good. Very nice details, very soft. Very good. What was that question? What tag does it have? It has this tag that just kind of says Pokemon in mismatched different colored letters. It's kind of just like a big circle with its own face on it. It's a similar tag to most of these new ones from the weird candy store in Burbank. Very cute. But, and I don't need to undersell this. I just wanted to show that off. Because, behind this basket and underneath coughing, don't fall down, is extremely big sleeping Squirtle. So you all managed to find Squirtle. They're not all Squirtles out there, but you found them. Big Squirtle. Yeah. So I think that'll do it for tonight. As I said, I think the most reasonable expectation is that tomorrow will be the last California stream for the foreseeable future. That may change, but like honestly, if I'm being responsible, it probably should be true. Unless I'm also absurdly productive. And we'll see how that plays out. Because this month has been horrible. And will continue to be horrible. Hopefully, August is a lot cooler. Both figuratively and also literally in the sense that I will have, like, real person air conditioning. Thank you for the extremely big Squirtle that hilariously doesn't translate to the chat box. It just looks like you did a Squirtle, but he's big. Do you like Alolan Vulpix more than Classic Vulpix, Neko? I have a hard time picking between them, because they're both Vulpix, and they're both great. My mom asked me which one I wanted, and I was like, I don't know. I might go back for the other one, just because they're both good. Vulpix is just... Vulpix might be one of the most universally appreciated Pokemon, despite the fact that, like, it doesn't get nearly the hype of, like, Pikachu or Eevee or a few of the other ones. Like... Who doesn't love Vulpix? Even my dad, when he saw, like, Vulpix in particular, he was like, that one's cute. And, like, my dad doesn't care about cute things at all the way I do. But he saw that, he was like, that one's cute. Which I really enjoyed. But, yeah, I'll try to remember to send Cake Photo. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Am I editing this? I'm probably still editing this normally, even though it's probably not going up until I'm in Florida. I'll thank you for the gift sub to Ditto Demolition. Up to 876. That's a fun number. 876. Like I says, I have a hard time choosing between them. I love Alolan Vulpix and regular Vulpix. I like getting the plushies in pairs. I was obsessed with getting a Vulpix plushie for the longest time before we could get Pokemon Center plushies. Burger King Vulpix went for 120 pounds on eBay. Burger King Vulpix. We had, somewhere I still had, in America, KFC did an early Pokemon promotion where you could get 4 kind of like Beanie Baby style Pokemon, and they were Vulpix, Seal, and Dratini, which are like some of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And then the last one was Zubat, of all things. It's like a really weird distribution. I wonder where those guys are. No, I know the answer to that. They're in the shed. They're in the big shed that I feel bad exists. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed some Cobalt Core. I know I'm probably not on top of my game, so I don't know how you felt about the experience. I had fun. Hopefully you will enjoy me continuing to hate the ship. It's very bad. I'll catch you tomorrow with more Cobalt Core. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being you. And I hope to see you again soon. Until I do, take care of yourselves. And remember that you are flossing.